Hi everybody. Well, it's Friday again and I thought I'd make my second video. And I was thinking all week about what I would talk about this week. And I think I have found something that I want to talk to you about because it has taken me so long to realize something that I had heard, but it never really clicked until I got older. All my life, I've been telling myself that I was unimportant, that I couldn't do things that I wanted to do, that I was not the person I should be. I just was very negative to myself about myself. Now, on the outside, I had a lot of bluster and I would tell people whatever I thought they needed to hear. So, it was all on the outside, though. On the inside, I told myself things and I repeated them to myself every day, whether it was in thought, whether I wrote it down or whether I actually talked to myself. We all do that. We talk to ourselves. We're not crazy. It's just something we do. So I told myself I couldn't do certain things. And I told myself that I wasn't all that beautiful. And I told myself that, I was not as valuable as other people were, that other people mattered more. And I went through life like that, and it was not always easy to live like that. You have to live with yourself every day. Others might not, but you do. So if you talk to yourself that way, if you talk to yourself negatively all the time, then where you're going in your life is going to reflect that. And I was going nowhere. Yes, I met great people in my life, but I never thought I could aspire to be like them. I didn't think that I could do what they could do. And I told myself that. And then over time, you hear certain self-help things and it says, what you say is what you get. And it took a while for me to get that. But you know what? Now I get that. And I have made changes. So to all of you, all of my friends, who have been telling yourself that you're not worth as much as somebody else, that you are not who you should be, that you never can be what you want to be, I want to tell you that you are wrong in that fact that you're talking to yourself that way. You are right because what you're saying is what you're getting. You see what I'm saying? So you're right. If you tell yourself that you can't be nobody, you will be nobody. If you tell yourself that you can't do something, you never will. The point is that I'm making here today is what comes out of here is what is going to happen in your life. The only way you can change it, and only you can change it, is by changing your thinking, your stinking thinking. That's what they call that. Okay, what you need to do. What did I do to help myself? I became fabulous because I decided to be fabulous. I became successful because I decided to tell myself that I can be successful and then act on it. All right. So one thing you can do, you can change the way you think. We all have negative thoughts come into our head all the time. The point is, though, when you have a bad thought come into your head, like, I can't do that because, stop there. When you say, I can't do that, you won't. And then you just make an excuse why. Now, you give that thought 5 seconds to go through your brain, but don't entertain it. You see what I'm saying? Change it. The moment you have the I can't do that because, stop there and say, on second thought, the thought that I'm going to entertain is why I can do that. And then start thinking of reasons why you can do that. Many times we do something and we fail, and it puts the thought into our mind that we can't. But what is success? Success is something that you do every day because you do things that you know work, and so you're successful at them. Well, if you try something new and you fail, rather than failing 3 times in a row doing exactly the same thing, do this. Take the item that you failed at and change one of the variables. Say, I wanted to give out business cards, and I could not get anybody to take them when I was standing in line at the grocery store. Nobody I talked to would take a business card. Change your venue. Go somewhere else. Try somewhere else. Instead of giving them to people that are standing in line at the store, go ahead and find somebody in the parking lot that parks next to you and say, hey, and strike up a conversation. And then in the process of having a conversation, give them the business card. It works for me all the time. But different people need different settings to be successful. Just change one of the little variables of the things that you want to be successful at, and eventually you'll find one that will work for you. But don't just give up because you failed a couple of times. The secret to doing it is to change something up. Idiocy is when you do the same thing over and over and over and try to find different results. That's not going to work. Find out what works for you by changing the variables in your attempts. Makes sense, right? One of the biggest variables in your attempt is do not think that you cannot do it. Because you can. I believe in you. You go out there and do it.